Joseph A. Tyran, electronics technician, 3rd class. Living conditions were, well, they were World War II type of machines, you know. We had a little locker, and we had a foot locker, and I slept on the middle bunk. And like I say, we didn't have much comfort. We had a movie every day, and when we were at sea, they used to exchange 16mm films amongst the task group. And we had a Coke machine that was free. You push a button, a little cup come down, give you a Coke. Everybody in their little shop areas always had their own coffee pot, so we could brew our own coffee. And there was good times. I can remember Christmas. One time we had to do it. We had to be out at sea. We had a cookout. We had cookouts where they had charcoal grills and they cooked steaks and things like that. But creature comforts, yeah, not a cruise ship. Well, I was an electronics tech, 3rd class, ETR, radar tech, yeah. The jobs I did were all maintenance, preventive maintenance, corrective maintenance of, we had 2 radars. We had an air search radar, a surface search radar, and then we had identify friendly or foe, which challenges other ships and aircraft to see if they were. We also had electronic countermeasures, which rarely, once in a while, we get the duty to man that. And we don't know why, but there was publications there, they were classified, that if you picked up a signal, you could look it up and you could find what type of ship it was. And we used to see the Russian trawlers there, they were spying on us and we were spying on them. And that was normal. They always like to watch our operations. Yeah, that was really, I took care of that, ECM, all that gear, and got involved. I love radio, so I used to help my buddies with their transmitters and receivers. We used to do routine alignment, that kind of thing. We kind of worked together, even though we were specialists. We had the radar specialists, the communication specialists. So we kind of helped each other out as a group. We went into the yards, and we had a major overhaul, went to dry dock. We had to get off the ship. We were living in barracks. And at that time, there was some classified equipment that was put on. And we had to get secret clearance. So I can remember going into Norfolk to the police department and getting fingerprinted. And I don't think the Navy had the facilities for that. And then I was sent to the FBI. And when I went on leave one time, I had worked in a hardware store when I was a kid. He says, "What did you do?" I was on leave. I said, "Well, there were some agents over here asking all kinds of questions. They were doing a background check, and whatever they do." But we all got our secret clearances and things. And Radio Central was locked. You just couldn't walk in. We knocked on the door, and they had a little peephole, and if they seen it was Joe, they would let him in. So that was a big change. And that equipment was declassified when the Pueblo got captured in North Korea. Although they made attempts, I guess, to smash it. They had destruction hammers. We all had things to beat up the equipment, And after that, they changed the system. And what the system was a way of an online system to decrypt secret messages. And the teletype in Radio Central, they had a curtain. And if the red light flipped on, that means a secret message was coming through. The top secret was still done by the communications officer, went into his little closet and did his things. So you weren't allowed to read them. It was a need to know. So, and of course, the ETNs maintained that equipment as well. You know, they went to school for that, and they did their maintenance on it. We were in the yards for quite a while. I don't remember exactly what it was. They moved our sonar transducer from the center of the ship to the front. And then, of course, we went to Cuba for retraining shakedown cruisers. Every day we would go out and we would go through different drills and all that sort of thing. And I was very proud that our group were the best in electronics, okay? When we got finished, we got graded on everything. And we were number one, which was nice. We were so hot down there, you know, and there's no air conditioning on the ship. We did, unfortunately, have a bad experience. There was an electrician that got killed. And he was working in the after steering compartment. And they had these casualty power biscuits. He was cleaning the contacts inside. Now they claim he went over and to the switchboard and shut the right breaker off and tagged it, but I think he made a mistake. So he was electrocuted. They tried to revive him. They called for a doctor. Doctor came out in a high-speed boat, but he was gone, okay? And that was tough. He was married. We got back to Norfolk. The captain had a prayer service. His wife was there. It was very, very sad. I remember it like it was yesterday. And that was really, really hard. I guess we really felt bad for him because he was married, you know, and he had a kid. And it was just, it's probably the worst memory I have of, you know.